Welcome to episode 5 of Public Square. We said it this time.
Yeah, we did. We got it.
Episode 5 with your host,
Just Wavy, a.k.a. Wavy the Gemini, a.k.a. Sir Wavy himself.
Heard.
The gem dropper.
Ooh.
With my lovely and amazing, talented co-host.
Hey, it's Kayla Briani. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all are doing lovely. I feel like we got
okay.
I feel mine probably ain't on vibrate yet. I feel like we on the quiet storm since it's 12 a.m.
Right,
and we out here tonight. We out here podding.
gotta hit you with the quiet storm.
Exactly.
Quiet public square.
Right. That's what y'all getting today. Nah, fuck that. Listen, so we going straight to the fun question of the week.
Question of the week? Oh, with the starting the pod out?
Question of the week. This one. This was personal for me. This one touches
came from innards.
Yes,
the innards.
Yes, and it's just because it's something I deal with, you know. But the question is, do you think your local artists be flexing, but really ain't got money like that?
Ooh.
They rapping and capping. Is that what you said?
Capping, they rap.
Oh, so do they think so? I got a lot of feedback.
Okay.
From the audience, and I also got more feedback from videographers, because obviously this is where the question arose from. So I'm going to give a little behind story of how this came about. And this has nothing, I'm going to say this right now, this isn't a shot at this rapper.
Right.
It honestly got nothing to do with him, but got to do with him just because he was the most recent.
Right.
The most recent, what is the word I'm looking for?
Offender?
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Offender. I mean,
he was
most recent incident.
The most recent incident.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you. That's the word. So what happened was, I don't specialize in music videos. I always tell artists this. Do I shoot music videos? Yes. I do not specialize in it, and this is one, if not the main reason why I turned away from music videos.
Okay.
Because when I started, I really wanted to be a director of music videos.
Okay.
Then when I got to be a director of music videos, I said,
not for you.
Not for me.
Understood.
And it's because of the disrespect, just the blatant disrespect that artists have for videographers. I don't think they understand the work.
Okay.
The creativeness that goes behind a music video.
Okay.
I understand it's your song, you're the artist, but if you want a hot video, you have to be ready and prepared to drop money for a hot music video.
Right.
It's like a tattoo.
Right.
You get what you pay for, kind of thing.
I agree.
Right? So recently I had an artist hit me up. I ended up doing a video for them, and it was really a miscommunication because there was a middleman. Okay. And it was supposed to be a studio recap, and it ended up being a run and gun music video, meaning I had no lights, I had nothing but my camera and an iPhone light, and we made it poppin'.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, whatever, that was dope. It was cool. We knocked it out. The video I thought came out dope. So the artist reached back out to me and was like, hey, I really liked it and I appreciated that. And they said, when can we shoot another one?
Okay.
Right? So I said, I don't specialize in music videos, like I said, but if you really want to work with me, I'm with it. So he sent me a song. I gave him the idea of what I got from listening to the song once.
Okay.
He goes, bet I'm with whatever type thing. Mind you, I had said like stuff that took money to be able to create. Okay. You know what I mean? So this, I always ask this too, and I learned this. If you're a beginning videographer, this is a question you should always ask, because you'll know from the jump what it is you're working with. Okay. And what you need to make happen.
Got you.
Is what is your budget?
Okay.
I never used to ask that question. I think I saw it on YouTube or something. Okay. Ask them what is their budget. And
YouTube University.
Heck yeah. It makes so much sense. Instead of having to run through numbers in your head, if you just ask them what's your budget, then you know exactly what it is you have to work with and what you can or can't make possible.
Got you.
So I said, what's your budget? This is when
it all goes downhill.
This is when it all goes downhill. And I'm going to post a picture of the screenshot of the conversation, obviously protecting the identity of this person. Okay. But you'll see where it was that it went downhill. He goes and replies 200. Now, for the sake of my mental health,
okay,
I ain't freaked out, and I was like, should I ask, does he mean 200K? But then I said, nah, I'm pushing it. You know what I mean? So I already knew, okay, $200, which doesn't make sense because this person is all jeweled out. Mind you, who knows if it's real or not?
Is
so,
it? That's what I was about to say. Is it
unless
fake
I pull up with the
diamond tester?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't judge off of that, right?
Right.
So 200, and I respectfully replied and said, hey, I can't work with that budget.
Okay.
But I know a few other videographers that might be able to help you out or at least lead you in the right direction. And I gave.
Oh, so you did a referral.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. I gave him a referral. So then he hit me back. Nah, when we recording. So I was like, listen, I told you I can't work with that budget. You know, I don't know what else to tell you. So the conversation ended there. After that, he not only hit the ones I referred him to, right? He hit them up, made me look bad, essentially, because I sent them a dead end, is what I felt. Because after having conversation with them, he did the same runaround that he did with me. Okay? So, boom. He don't get work with them. He don't get work with me. Mm-hmm. And he goes and he posts on IG saying, I'm looking for a videographer for my music video. Okay. The post before that, he says he about to buy a Rolex or some John like that. Oh. Then after that, you'll see it in the picture that I post on the pod. He got a stack. Okay. Up to his head, like flexing.
Got you.
So either you don't respect videographers for their content creation, mm-hmm. or you don't care about your content. You don't feel like it's a priority to drop money on.
Right, which it should be. Your visual should be a priority. Like, I get working on the image. I get that, the rapper gotta have a Rolex, what I'm saying, the chain, and what I'm saying, the golds in their mouth or whatever, what I'm saying, the grill and all that.
Of course.
But you could have all that and have terrible visuals, and then I don't want to watch. Like, me as a fan of music, like, I get you got to start somewhere when it comes to, videographers, photographers, and music videos and all that other stuff, but it gets to the point where it's like, okay, when you making some money, I would expect that you at least have some type of budget for that.
That's
you know what I mean?
And
put something away for that.
And especially in today's time and age, is that what they say? Today's time and age? Day and age that content is king. Right. Content is king.
It is literally king.
Everybody is trying to get the highest quality video, right. and but let me get into their responses.
Yes, before we respond.
Exactly, what the followers were saying. So again, the question is, do you think your local artists be flexing, but really ain't got money like that? Someone said they all cap. They all cap. So whatever they were feeling, all cap. Another person, yes, 100%. I was like, well, there goes that. Another person who's actually an engineer in the music, mm-hmm. so he actually works firsthand with them.
He works closely with the artist.
He goes, come on now, G, you know this. Another person said, full Cappington. And I thought this was funny because this person was an artist. Okay. So I don't know, is it something that they just all, at the end of the day, they know it already? Like, or he could have been referring to other people and not him. But it's just the fact that it was an artist made me think like, Then the next response made me think of what you just said, which is fake it till you make it.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with the fake it till you make it thing, right? Because, again, and I know I always bring up sports, but Chad Johnson, you took pictures of him, so you know who Chad Johnson is. One of my all-time favorite football players ever. That guy. I grew up wanting to play like Chad. He talks about it. He said, my diamond earrings from Claire's. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, nobody's going to once you make a certain amount of money, nobody's going to question whether it's real or not. He's
Which
like,
is true.
This watch, Target. Like, he talks about like what he's wearing, and that's fine. If you're in that come up as an artist thing, I'm pretty sure the world understands that you're an up and coming artist and you haven't made it yet.
Of course.
So the fake it till you make it is fine, but at the same time, I don't think you should be flaunting stacks of money on Instagram. Don't floss your rent money. Basically, don't be flossing the rent money.
I think it's disrespectful, and it's the same time that we're having a conversation. So I took that nothing but a smack in my face. That's what pissed me off about it. Was like, either you don't think much of me and what I can create, right? Or like I said, it's a priority thing. Right. Another person said, yeah, but it's never been about money. They flex a lifestyle. that ain't real. That's dangerous.
But isn't that Instagram in general? Not everybody's Instagram, but isn't that Instagram in general?
To flex a lifestyle.
That's what people do. Yeah, like our Instagrams aren't like that. But like I know a lot of people that I've seen, and I know them personally.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna call no names.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, I know you, and you don't live like that. Like this is you do this on Fridays after you get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I feel you.
That's when we see you pop out. Like you don't be popping out like that. I feel you,
and you gotta and sometimes, I mean, some of those people who fake it till they make it, and people enjoy that lifestyle that they portray, that they have. So I guess it's just, I don't know, just don't disrespect the people you are trying to create with, because at the end of the day, that director is a part of that project.
Right.
You know, like that's important for your project.
Right. And I feel like networking is important, right? So like, I don't think you should burn any bridges or turn people off, because you never know who somebody's going to be later on in life.
100%. And let me tell you now, when I go into situations like that, I hit up my local videographer friends and like a red flag warning, yo, homie over there.
Right.
Be careful.
Exactly. Now you didn't sullied your name.
That's what I'm saying.
In the community. And now it's like, okay, iPhones got real good quality, but they not what these videographers have. You're not getting the angles and the ideas and thoughts, because I've seen, we've been on shoots and I've seen you know what I'm saying, direct these things, and there would be an idea artist having like, okay, this is how we make this better, or this is how we make it more realistic to do this without blowing a super budget, or having, these crazy things like, I won't say crazy because they're really normal, but like green screens, things of that nature.
Of course.
There's ways around it.
And that's when the budget comes.
Right.
If you have a budget, we can work with that budget. But you can't tell me you want a mansion with foreign cars, a model for $200 type stuff. You know what I mean?
No way.
That's not how impossible. It goes. Another person said, and I'm only saying their name because the name is in the response.
Okay.
They capping in they captions. Watch him cap again. Okay. Kevin D.
Uh-oh. Hey, my guy.
He had to drop bars on it.
Shout out to Kevin D. If you haven't already, make sure you go run up his video. Go run that up.
Capitan.
That's right.
It is out. It is out and it's doing numbers.
Yes, as it should. We're gonna have him on the pod soon.
Yes.
We're gonna have him on the pod soon for sure.
Be ready for that. Another response was, and this came from another artist, so I like this point of view, right? 100%. I know a couple of them too. But the thing is, I understand before anyone believes in you, you have to believe in yourself. Same concept of when you work, they tell you to dress and carry yourself for the job. You want not the job.
The job you want, not the job you have?
Yeah, pretty much is what they were trying to say. It's all about portrayal. These record labels looking for people with a following and people who carry themselves like they're already famous. It's about that it factor.
I'm not mad at that. I agree with that. Like, if I don't just a little inside BTS. I did it today. I thought about it. It's like Cars when Lightning McQueen says, "I am the speed." Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I am the speed type thing. Did it today. Like, yo, this is the best podcast in the world. I don't care what nobody says.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's different. That's a whole different thing. I like the response. The response makes sense, but I feel like that's different from what these rappers are doing.
Of course, because you can look and think you're it. Right. That's no problem. What for me was the exchange and you shitting on me as a creative, saying this is what I have for you to work with, and then pretty much be insisting on the fact that you could look how you want and have these people think that you believe whatever. Sure. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But I ain't got nothing to do with your fake it till you make it. Right,
but again, that also you are still a creative.
That's what I'm saying.
And they shouldn't be I feel like just as much as the artist is creative, I feel like interviewers, podcasters, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people in other realms are just as important because they help move these people forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
of course.
I don't think you step on people on the come up when you're doing these. I feel like it's disrespect when you're stepping on people, and you shouldn't do that. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like that's bad. In anything that I do and anything that we do going forward, I don't want to do bad business.
No.
Because bad business gives you a bad name. And when you have a bad name in business, you don't get very far.
But you and I have always been picky on who we work with, meaning energy, who they are, and stuff like that. So that's and vibes. So that's always been a thing for us. So another thing that this makes it is videographers and creatives then make an image in their head of rappers. Then they don't want to work with rappers. So I brought this question to a videography Facebook page.
Got you.
Okay, and I started to get the feedback to see kind of where other videographers, if they're having the same issues and stuff of that nature.
Look at you in this journalism bag. I see you. Yes, sir.
So one person said, if you want to make money, start working with classical musicians. They're serious about their art, and they won't give you issues about payment.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So then another person said, at least they offered to pay. I'm surprised they didn't ask for a free video so you could work on your portfolio. Which is
I don't need you for that. I got plenty of that. Where you're at, you got plenty of that.
That happens, and it's happened to me countless times. That happens with people who are who have a following.
Okay.
Who already kind of have their foot in the door. They feel like, I don't have to pay you. I've been told I don't pay photographers or videographers. You get paid with by being with me in exposure. I was like, the exposure don't pay my bills. Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Exposure don't pay no bills. And again, that doesn't just because I'm standing next to you does not guarantee me work. Now, is there a situation where it happens? Like, yeah, I just saw this this woman does, I want to say it's either soaps or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't want to misquote what she does, but because people gonna look it up now because I'm gonna name a famous athlete. But Derrick Rose bought some from her, and she took a picture with Derrick Rose, and her sales shot up after standing next to Derrick Rose taking this picture, and I guess putting it on his IG page, so people looked into it.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen all the time.
Okay.
And with the situations, I've been there with you with these situations. They not saying your name.
No, because
they're not doing any of those things.
They're excited about the content that they're getting that day. They don't think about the rest.
No.
I've worked with a lot of dope people, and I can count on my hand how many times I've actually gotten work from exposure.
Right.
Per se. You know what I mean? But another person said something in which was interesting, because I would have never thought it this way. Obviously, I haven't gotten to that grand scheme of prices yet.
Okay.
But this guy said, yeah, I had a guy reach out to me and said his budget is $3,500.
Okay.
Then 5 minutes later, accused me of cheating him out of his money for charging him the $3,500. Due to this, I only shoot music videos for a select few. So he asked the budget. He was going to work with the budget. Right. And then he kind of stepped back and was like, pretty much you're not worth it. Like,
But see, this is when I start questioning artists. How involved are you in this process, right? So like when as a videographer, when you pick a location, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, are you like, I don't like this location? Like, I'm pretty sure that this videographer's not doing bad business if he's talking about, $3,500.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's running, hey, this is the venue, saying boom, this is the model, this is
and
that.
I'm sure that person has looked into his work too, his credibility. You have to look at that. So it's like,
so then turn around and be like, well, you're not worth it. It's like, okay, what, you got a bill coming up and now you can't afford it? Like, I'd rather you be upfront. I was like, hey, look, listen, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and try to work something out, then do that, because that's just disrespectful and a slap in the face to the videographer.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't think that a lot of people think about the other person, about what it takes, like you said, the process of doing this for you.
Right.
Another person said, why are they literally all like this? See, there's more to this, but I wanted to just say that's what I mean, that these few are making it seem like they're all like this. I mean, we've had some situations with artists,
yes, we have,
to say no names, of where music videos go left, and every time I try to, because of the love that I have for music, every time I try to go back, that I wait, look at that, I don't even do music videos, and for me to tell him, yeah, look it, I end up going downhill again.
Right.
But anyway, to continue that, I get that they have no money, but that plus wanting all these high-end locations, having no idea how to get them, is all kind of mind-boggling. Maybe they think we live in mansions and could shoot at home. I don't know. And that's another thing. You can't ask for mansions, and you can't ask for us to shoot on the moon and have no spaceship.
Yeah, you can't have McDonald's money and ask for filet mignon. That's not how that works.
That's what I'm saying. The artists don't think of, another person said that I was about to go into, they don't think of the cost of the gear.
Exactly.
The wear and tear.
Exactly.
The time that it costs.
Exactly.
The editing. The amount of time that's done in the editing is just...
Because that's the crucial part. Like,
that's
yeah, you shoot it, but the editing, like, sheesh.
Someone said, and I thought you would enjoy this comment. Someone said, rappers nowadays give hip hop such a bad name. Rappers of my generation sold drugs or backed by crooks, so they had $10K for a video. Shit, the rappers I used to engineer for used to hand me money by the hundreds for small unmastered demo EPs. 90s, 2000s were the good old days. Music and the times were different. People, they were working, however, illegally, legally, to get whatever they needed to make sure that their project came out how they wanted it.
Right. Now, what I do say to that is, though, I don't think they're doing a disservice to hip hop. I don't think that. But at the time, and in that time frame that he mentioned, hip hop was very, like, you had to go to a studio. Like, you had to go. True. You had to be sitting in these places.
True.
Now I can spend what? $1,000 maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a G, and I have a whole studio in my house.
100%.
Like, so it's like, okay, now.
Not to discredit the work of an engineer.
No, not even close.
You can have $1,000 worth.
You can have $10,000 worth of equipment in your house.
And not sound because of the work that engineers put in.
Exactly. So I'm not trying to discredit him. I'm just saying the world, as big as it is, and I always want to say that, like, the world is a very, 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 very big place.
Of course.
It's a very big place. But since we all got this in our hands now, it's made the world very, very small.
Yeah.
So, you know, that I think that has taken away and devalued things like engineers and videographers, photographers, and, you know, like you say, interviewers and things of that nature, when you could just, you know, I could hit my friend up, throw up a little, you know what I'm saying, IG Live, and now we're, you know what I'm saying, it's an interview, you know what I'm saying, type thing.
Yeah. I feel
Instead of having the actual talent like a us or, you know, other people that we know, to interview you and actually get in depth and ask you questions and have to give the, you know, the viewer the behind the scenes of you and the type of person that you are. I think that's very important, because we were talking about it earlier, which is funny that I even said that. We were talking about it earlier. You said it takes me watching things like we were watching with the Tory thing, where he's, you know, picked 5 beats and, you know what I'm saying, he picked one and he started making a song to be a fan. And I was like, that's how I am. Like, yeah, I can like your music, but now it takes me watching 1 or 2 interviews of you to understand, like, okay, this is the thought process, this is how you think.
To truly be a fan.
Yeah, even if it's a front.
Yeah.
At least you made the effort to go do the interview and say whatever you had to say. That's what made me a big fan of Kevin Gates, was his interviews. His music is great. I like his music. I'm a personal fan. You know, I've been rocking with Gates since forever. But his interviews made me a fan of him.
I feel
Same thing with Jay-Z. Made me, like, Jay-Z's music super dope. Didn't get it until I was older, but his music, like, you know, lyrical content.
I get you.
But after watching Jay-Z interviews and watching him, like I said, record the Black Album and all these other things, it made me a fan of Jay.
It becomes a different ballgame.
Exactly.
I feel that 100%. So the last comment for question of the week, and this will give you an understanding kind of, obviously everybody's pricing is different.
Right.
But just to explain what $200 potentially could get you from a lot of people, right? $200 for me, it would get him 1 take. You get to rap your song 1 time. I add a fade in at the beginning, a fade out at the end, and there's your video.
Okay, if that's what you're okay with for $200, cool. I get that. Like, I'm not about to stress.
Yeah.
You get the one, you know what I'm saying? With the what is it called? What's the actual term? The one, what is it? A one
shot, 1 take.
There we go. Okay, so 1 take. It's a 1 take video. Boom, whatever you do it, and boom, I do this, I do that, and we're done.
Of course, that's different.
Fair
like
enough.
I said, you know, you get what your budget says.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
You want a $50 tattoo? It's gonna look like a $50 tattoo. You're
100%.
not getting a Picasso piece.
Yes.
Not happening.
Again, I don't say this that I don't charge a lot for my videos, but just depending on what
enough.
it is, depending on what it is that you want, just make sure that the money adds up to what it is you're trying to make happen. And that's all, and we can do something.
Right.
So don't be scared to hit me up. I promise my my pricing isn't.
It's not crazy.
Outlandish.
It's not crazy. And you know what? What it is? Small rant, promise.
Go ahead.
And I must probably say that every week, but for a person that's been next to you doing these things, right? Like, started out doing lighting, moved, you know what I'm saying? I moved up the ranks just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, to see what you've done with the gear that you started with.
Yeah.
To then move on from that to where you're at now.
Yeah.
Of course prices should go up.
Yeah.
And to see the amazing work that you've done with that, and then it's taken like a super jump. You know what I'm saying? Just because the camera, not because of what you can do, just because the camera is better,
and
right?
Stuff and
so it's like, my thing is, you should want to pay for that. Like, you should want to pay for that. I tell you all the time, like, yo, yeah, we in front of the camera a lot, but we're gonna have to figure this out to where we could get somebody. I guess I'm okay with solid enough to be like, okay, you somewhat got the eye of Kayla to make this work, because I only want one person shooting my visuals. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it being. And call me biased, call me the home team, whatever you want to do. I don't care.
I feel that
to the death of me.
I feel that
death before dishonor, and I will not dishonor my best friend.
I feel that. Well, that was fun. That was the question of the week. Please be sure, because I get a lot of people who DM me with their feedback, and I do appreciate hearing the feedback.
Yeah, we want to hear it.
But I want other people to see your feedback, and not for the fact of publicity, but for the fact that we can start neighborhood conversations.
Right.
So that other people can comment on your feedback, and we could get these conversations going, and be all friendly.
That's
neighborhood friendly.
And your friendly neighborhood podcast, Public Square. You see the play on the name there? Because it'll be a Public Square. Hope that ain't go over your head.
So this is Public Square. Let's move on with episode 5.
Start of this week, we got a whole lot of great music news this week.
Exciting.
Yeah, I was happy at the list of artists that said that they were gonna, new music is coming.
Word.
So
just off the name of the artist.
Yeah, just off the name of the artist and knowing how creative they are and how dope their last project was. So to start the list, SZA was on, I want to say it was Good Morning America. It was one of those
talk
early
shows.
morning TV shows, and she is, she was talking about her overcoming loss and things of that nature, and then
so that means the music gonna be real good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's one of those when pain is involved, it's great music. Her, Mary J. Blige, there's a few I'm like, Adele, yeah. It's about to be up, like, jeez.
Word. Did she say a project, or you think it's just...
She said new music, so I'm assuming it's a project just for the simple fact of she said she's been in studio day and night.
So
in this interview, right? So in this interview,
yeah, it's a project.
Yeah, in this interview, she even said, like, I just left the studio maybe an hour or two ago to do the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She looked amazing, and she didn't look tired, nothing like that. Looked amazing.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's super gorgeous.
Yeah.
And so we haven't got a SZA project since 2016-ish. Control, amazing project front to back. She did just come out with a new song a couple weeks ago. I want to say it's Good Days. But don't quote me because I don't remember the name of the song. But y'all know, if y'all SZA fans, y'all definitely know.
Good Days, yeah.
Yeah. That came out, so I'm like, okay, so we about to get another SZA project. Little backstory, I've been listening to SZA since Babylon, the first project. That's when I found out about SZA. I had no idea she was signed to TDE. I had no backstory. It's, me back in the day, digging the crates for music. You know what I'm saying? Well, digging the internet, not crates, but
I get
digging through the internet, finding new music. And I found her, and I was like, oh. And then, like, I want to say the host, even though that's a very, like, super somber, like, chill, vibe, that music. That took over my summer. That project took over my summer.
Word.
Yeah, like I was bumping that all the time. Like, that's perfect for all my guys up there. If y'all got systems or you do them late night car rides with your female friend,
SZA is it?
Throw that first SZA little you know what I'm saying, a little album on Babylon right quick. You know what I'm saying? That get you right.
Dropping gems for y'all fellas.
Get you right, just a little bit. Just get you right, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Heard you. Well, that's exciting. That's exciting. So SZA coming.
Yeah, SZA coming for the step on these necks to the these R&B chicks. I guess she said it's enough is enough.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
So yeah. So what? Because we got. Who else is super dope like that? Summer Walker, super dope. I would say that's in the same vein. Her, yeah, I love her so much.
I love her too.
So like, I think she was like, all right, y'all done had y'all little, y'all little reign.
And now it's my time.
Now it's my time, exactly.
That's dope. Who else is coming out with music?
Earth Gang. Earth Gang has given us a project title this week.
Oh, word?
Yes.
So that means it's close.
I wouldn't say close. I would say...
I've noticed that a lot of dope music be dropping usually by the end of the year. Like August, December kind of range.
Yeah, you know what it is? You know what I think it is now, though? Like, for sure, though? I think there's certain people stay away from as far as dropping times, right? Like, so, like, Drake, I think you stay away from Drake. I don't think you drop anywhere near Drake.
Oh, you're saying dropping with another artist.
Projects.
Okay.
I think you stay away from Drake, Cole, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Adele, Rihanna.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? No.
For the Spanish artist, Bad Bunny.
Right. It's the Spanish, yeah, for y'all Spanish folks, I know Bad Bunny. Listen, I know when the Bad Bunny drop coming, and I don't even listen to it. I know when the Bad Bunny drop coming. Stay away from it. You feel me? So,
yeah, I understand that. True.
So, with that, they named their album Ghetto Gods.
Okay.
That's the name of the album. Now, in this Breakfast Plus interview, they touched on a few things as far as them getting compared to Outkast. Because I remember me and you when I was talking about Earth Gang. Because you know I ride for Earth Gang heavy.
I think a lot of people compare them to Outkast.
Right, they compare him to Outkast.
Did they feel some type of way?
No, they said that's a compliment. Like
100%. That's how I would think.
Right,
of it.
It's a compliment. They're just saying, but we're us, which I always agree with. Like, okay. I always agree with that. Like,
that's dope, but don't forget.
Don't forget we're Earth Gang. Like, it's awesome to be compared to a legendary group. Like a legendary group.
I feel that.
But just know that we're Earth Gang. Yeah. We're here. Mm-hmm. We make quality content. You know what I'm saying? We want to, it's your idols become your rivals type situation. You know what I mean? So they're like, we still Earth Gang and we out here. They also, we were talking about last week how we talked about it being a thing where they were dropping with Cole.
Yeah,
we ain't scared of Cole. We dropping with Cole type thing. They said it was all in good fun. Now, they weren't backpedaling because I know people are they was backpedaling. They was like, we don't know when Cole's gonna drop, so it's like we not gonna hold on to our project to drop with Cole. Right?
With Cole. That would be because of them saying that. Because of this talk of dropping with Cole before Cole, whatever. Honestly, if they dropped together, I think they would still get the same amount of listens. I feel like a lot of Cole fans would
then tune into the Earth Gang right 100%. After. Of course, I agree.
100%. I don't think it would hinder anybody.
No, I think it would just be great for, like I said, my theory of the Dreamville takeover for the year.
Yeah, it'd be great for the culture.
And SZA trying to throw a monkey wrench in that.
Oh my God.
SZA said, "Nah, it's TDE over on this side."
Okay.
Speaking of,
who do you run with?
Who do I run with? I run with both. That's the thing is like I run with both of them. Like those are the two camps that if they were like, "Yo, who wins this battle?" I'd be like, "Man."
You don't know.
This would just be great music. Like I would, if the whole TDE clique dropped the project, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
And if Dreamville dropped the whole project, I'd be like, yeah. I would just be excited for all the music and all the concepts and themes and the great artists that they have together. Because I think it's hard to find that now if we go through like major cliques.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, it meant something when, you know what I'm saying, you were signed to Bad Boy, you know what I'm saying? True. Or you were signed to Death Row. Like, I
feel you.
You know what I mean? And obviously those are the two.
Who you were running with
right,
and
those
stuff,
are the two powerhouses at the time in the 90s was Bad Boy and Death Row. But it was like, for that, it's just like, I miss that part of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like as great as Jay as an artist was, like, Rock Nation didn't get a long enough run. That Rock Nation roster was crazy. Mm-hmm. Didn't get a long enough run. They broke up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard for me to Bad Boy now. Yeah, they got some artists over there, but it's not really any. Nothing.
It's not Bad Boys before.
Yeah, it's not the Bad Boy that I think of and like have nostalgia over.
Of course.
So that's how I feel about that. With that being said, also, my bad with TDE.
What happened?
J-Rock back in the studio, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Win. And that's my guy.
How you saw that? The way he posted something or what?
It was I was drunk. You know me. I be getting sometimes, and I hate it. I get lost in IG.
Yeah.
And I just be scrolling through music stuff. Just you know what I'm saying. It's like if I'm not on my laptop scrolling for music, I'm probably on my phone scrolling through music.
Yeah.
My explore page is 90% sports and music. Because that's most of the stuff that I like on IG.
Yeah.
So it's like I saw it was a photo of him. And he was talking about, J-Rock got something upcoming. It was the caption, and I was like, oh.
It was a preview. It was a sneak peek.
It was a little sneak peek of him in the studio. So, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, like these two camps, I always get excited when they're talking about they're about to drop music for sure.
I heard that.
The last one that I saw as far as new music is concerned was Quavo said that Culture 3 is on the release.
I saw that.
My only issue is coronavirus. The Migos make outside music, man.
Oh, you saying we supposed to be in the club?
Man, we supposed to be outside playing Culture, man. Like,
and I don't know if we spoke about this personally or if we were on the pod, but you had mentioned that, and it dawned on me that a lot of
we talking about CJ. We were talking about CJ. It wasn't on pod. We talking about CJ. The slide joint.
Yeah, that the numbers would be so different if people were outside. Mind you, the clubs are still open and stuff like that, but people aren't outside like they were.
Right.
So
because you got the festival run.
You're so right that type of music is hindered with COVID.
Yeah, like CJ makes out, like most of the New York drill artists right now make outside music.
Yeah,
they just make outside music. Like I want to listen to Whoop-Dee while I'm riding around, going to go somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying, be out and about. Like, you know what I'm saying, that slide joint is the epitome of outside music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who else is, I think, feel like it's hurting a little bit? Who? The city girls. Like, the city girls make outside music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And the only reason why I say they're hurting is because they're not as big of stars as Cardi and Meg are. Like, because Cardi and Meg are still going to do numbers regardless. But imagine how astronomical the Cardi... Like, think about Up. Think about Up right now for a second, right?
Yeah.
You know how crazy Up would be right now if
in the club,
if everybody was outside? It'd go crazy. It would go 100% crazy. But I digress. Migos Culture 3. Yeah, Migos Culture 3 is on the way.
That's crazy. Speaking of music, we can't forget about Lauryn Hill's numbers. Speaking of numbers, too.
I was very surprised it just hit Diamond now.
And that it hasn't been, right?
That surprised the hell out of me. I would have, if you asked me what albums, first of all, if you asked me what a classic album would be, she would definitely be up there. I would definitely name her.
Of course,
right.
Of course.
So for it to just now be hitting Diamond is crazy to me. That was crazy. It's just now hitting 10 million. That's crazy, especially in the streaming era. But
maybe
I guess
they're late to say it. Maybe they're late to.
It could be.
Maybe they're late to. Maybe it's something like the YouTubers when they get their plaques. It'd be late. Like maybe it could be something like that.
Man, because I pulled up the track list, right? So, you got the intro, which is dope, where she does the little skit inside which I miss with albums, and a lot of our rappers are doing it now, like the actual. What I call them real artists, but that's disrespectful. But a lot of
people, a lot of listeners don't like that.
I love the skits. I love the little cuts. Like Doggy Style is that much better to me. Snoop's album, Doggy Style, is that much better to me because of the cuts. You know what I mean? Because of the little skits in between and it rolling in, and it sounded like
makes it like a little movie for you.
Right, and it's in the experience. You know what I mean? Like. We got
I like them. I just don't make it too long. Though.
No, you don't got to do nothing crazy, but like, you know what I'm saying? The intro, if you could do an intro skit and then you have little skits in between,
I think it makes you makes it more personal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it puts more time into it and the concepts of the songs. So you got the intro, which is her inside. You got Lost Ones, X Factor, To Zion, Doo Wop, like Superstar.
All the bangers.
Like what are we talking about here? And like bro, like can't take my eyes, like everything is everything, like well, I used to love him, like what?
I'm telling you, bro.
When it hurts so bad,
it had to have been late.
Huh?
It had to have been late.
How was this not already? Because when I think of Diamond albums, right, I think of first 50 went Diamond back to back on them, like quick, like it was quick, like 50. Get Rich Not Trying and Massacre, Diamond, like.
So we positive that's what they said. They announced Diamond now.
Yeah, that's what I read. It was announced that it just hit Diamond.
That's crazy.
She just got the 10 million, which is crazy to me. And now maybe I don't know how the stream numbers exactly work. So maybe that has to play into it. Like I don't know how much.
There has to be some type of explanation for it.
Exactly. But what the percentage of that makes it? Because I mean, like, man, this is a classic. This is a classic album. She's now in like I said, the realms of 50 Cent. Eminem, and a lot of those other artists that sell a lot of records, which I think is very, very dope for her, especially because I don't feel like she gets talked about enough because she only has the one album. Like one solo album. I don't want people to be like, she had more than one album. Yes, she has one solo album. I'm not talking about the Fuji albums. Because I think she makes the Fujis. I think her, and not trying to compare, and I'm not trying to compare these two, but like, I felt like Black Eyed Peas took off when Fergie entered Fergie entered the chat.
She put a little spice on it.
You feel me? Like it was a different, it was a different flavor. So I felt like the Fugees, you can't, they're only dope. They were dope, but they're only as dope and as legendary as they are because Wyclef is a legend in my opinion.
Definitely. Because
of Lauryn. For sure.
Heard you. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what do we next?
Kodak. Kodak, before we talk about what we originally want to talk about, Kodak is supposedly engaged.
That's what they say. So I don't know who that woman is.
He's engaged, and then some other woman was saying that ain't nothing new. I was in his house last week or something like that, and then she showed the text.
Really home like a week,
bro. Then she posted screenshots of the conversation she had with Kodak, that when he picked her up from the airport, and that they were chilling in the crib. She's like.
Okay, she just said they was chilling.
Like you late or whatever.
That's all she said. We don't know what happened. You can't assume. Stop putting these on these women that they're having sex with these people.
No, but you think that she was saying she was.
Oh, she said she had sex with Kodak.
She was saying that she was saying
she was implying it went down.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. Exactly. I'm just saying I feel like it's wrong for us to be seeing. She was
implying. She was implying. She was telling that bitch like, girl, you ain't. You late to the party.
You know what I wonder?
What?
Is this the woman? Remember that interview where he's like, he's wearing the ski mask on the Breakfast Club, and he's like, man, I ain't never fell asleep on the phone in a long time, blah, whatever. And he's like, so you think she's the one? He said, I hope so. I hope so.
I don't know, but if you had a girl just over your house last week, or you picking her up from the airport or whatever, like, or do you feel like because you got the ring, that's it? He had his fun and games, and now you got the ring. So
I feel like she's saying a week ago, no, but at the end of the day,
about a week ago.
But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how these people relationships be like. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, like, that's one of the many things going on with Kodak today.
Yeah, and I be trying. You know what it is? I try hard to root for him. I do. I try hard to root for him. I really, really do.
So what do you feel about this Trump thing?
That's my problem. You get Trump ties on a ring, bro. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Trump got him out.
What?
Trump got him out. Of course he's gonna be. The next
you don't
song.
Gotta do that.
The next song is probably gonna be some.
You don't gotta
Trump-ish.
do that. You don't gotta do that. You don't have to do that.
He's a trumpeter.
You could tell that man, thank you, respectfully, all that.
Trumpeter. He's a
but
trumpeter.
You can't. You don't. Not that, bro. Like, not with everything that's going on in the world right now. For you to do that, bro, that's crazy.
He's a trumpeter. So, thankfully, 6ix9ine ain't bumping into him instead of Meek, because if Trump got Kodak's back, ain't no one gonna want to mess with him now.
Yeah, but but wait. Shout out to one of your favorite artists.
What's up?
Young M.A.
Yeah.
She took some shots at Mr. Yak himself.
And I like what you said. We were talking in the car.
Yes.
That you said that she waited. That
it was very.
The fact that she waited.
Yeah, that she ain't kicking when he was down.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciated that, because
he said, "I'm definitely coming. I'm just gonna wait till you back up on your feet."
That respect. Like,
that track is hot though.
Yeah, that song is fire. It's off the Yak.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very. The song title's catchy. Get super good. All of that.
Video's dope too.
The whole off the Yak and then her having a bar about Kodak was dope. But I think it's very, very important that even though rappers are at odds, there's already too many people trying to tear us apart and tear us down outside for us to do it internally. They don't have to do it. They don't have to try to tear us down if we're doing it internally. You know what I mean? So I feel like, and I think that's lost.
That's been an ongoing battle, though.
I feel like it's a lost, art form, basically, having that respect.
So you're saying that referring to M.A. and Kodak?
Right, like she ain't say nothing. He was out when he said what he wanted to date her or whatever the case may be. Yeah. She responded to that, but obviously the more recent things or whatever the case may be.
But hip hop has always been about.
Oh, it's been a combative sport for sure.
Especially when it comes to rapping. I'd rather hear y'all drop track to track, back to back than do what Meek and 6ix9ine did and record themselves yelling at each other.
That looked like a setup.
That's what.
It looked. Seeing the first angle, I was like, okay, cool. But then seeing 6ix9ine, I was like, bro, this looked like a setup.
But that's what I mean. I would have rather them drop track, back to back like M.A. did with Kodak, rather than what they did.
I don't think. You know what I think though, for real, and because this is a thing that rappers do now, which I don't agree with, but I don't think if 6ix9ine says anything about any rapper, I don't think they respond. For what?
Oh, you're saying it for a track? Mm-hmm. For a track?
If 6ix9ine tomorrow, this is Meek. Obviously, the altercation happened, so maybe Meek will respond.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he will respond.
Actually, he said something about it in his recent song, if I'm not
mistaken.
mistaken.
So what we're talking about is 6ix9ine and Meek Mill bumped into each other in a parking lot.
Right.
And got into a screaming match. Obviously, both of them are bodyguarded up.
Mm-hmm.
6ix9ine was yelling
Pooh Shiesty verses.
That Meek
he
Mill
was yelling Pooh Shiesty song. He was.
6ix9ine was yelling that Meek Mill was running with cops, that there were feds there, that his security guards were feds, and they both took out the cameras, recording each other screaming. I was like, and I only watched both angles just so you could hear what the other person was saying.
They sound like a bunch of girls.
I was like,
no
what
disrespect to girls,
this?
But it sounded like, you know what I'm saying, two little high school girls.
The bodyguard should have let them go and throw the fair one. The bodyguard should have just been there to make sure it's fair, and they should have threw the fair one if they both, talking big. And another thing, it's funny seeing 6ix9ine all big and bad, because when 6ix9ine released that video of him being kidnapped, he ain't have the bass in his voice.
Of course, because I told you I didn't believe this. I don't believe his gangster. I never believe his gangster. But that's
what I'm saying. Why do all that? If you have bodyguards, your bodyguards should be able to hold off Meek. You get in your car and go to hell home.
What it is I think he is stuck in the character of 6ix9ine. Like the character 6ix9ine, he's stuck in that. And the issue is now that formula worked when you weren't labeled a snitch.
Yeah.
When you didn't have the rat label, when you didn't have any of those labels.
That you had, yeah.
You have the rat label now. You have these, and you have the audio of you. They kidnapped me.
But
whenever you pop out, stupid. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Who are you? Who is this guy? Where he come from?
Yeah, I feel that.
You feel me?
I feel that.
So that's why I'm like, bro, like.
I mean, I don't blame him. I would talk nicely if they tried to kidnap me too.
Like, no, you better talk nicely. Listen,
sorry.
You better
leave me alone.
But
you know how you were going back to how you said it would look staged. Maybe they're coming out with a project together. Maybe they're coming out with a track together.
This beef go back to 2018. There's no way.
So why would it be? Why would it be staged? For what? For publicity for each one of them? They said, "Yo, pull up to this parking lot and let's."
Because think about it. Like honestly, these rappers share the same women, right? No disrespect to women, but they share the same 5 women.
Okay.
Right? The same 5 women go around all the rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She with this such and such. I don't know if they're sleeping with them. I don't know what's going on. They just seen with them. So I'm not saying, I'm not trying to disrespect none of these women.
Okay.
Fair enough. You feel me? They all be in the same clubs. They all live in the same cities. They all frequent the same restaurants. You telling me this don't happen more often?
That they don't bump into each other?
Come on, man. Like, and then with all these money that these people have, for them to be talking about pull up and post addresses, if they really bought it, pull up, post an address, I can't go get a flight to wherever you at to come see you if I really wanted to.
100%. 100%. Somebody knows somebody. But
come on, man.
Let's leave that. It is what it is. You brought up something that brings us right to our next topic. You were talking about the girls and messing with the same rappers and stuff. Right. Let's talk about Miss Harvey. Lori Harvey.
Miss Lori.
Lori Harvey.
Dating my guy, Michael B. Jordan, right now.
You lucky bastard. That is one fine-ass man. I don't care what you think. She came up on that. And it's crazy because she's on his arm, but he the trophy. I said, damn. She's pretty too, but damn. She said she too. So what happened was, obviously, she is known for getting all these fine men. Like having...
That or dating the rappers. Because it's been rappers prior to Michael B. That I've seen.
Just dating a lot of famous people, I guess.
Famous men? Okay, I got you.
Is that the...
Fair enough. Famous men.
Dating a bunch of famous men.
Got you.
So anyway, she does that, and everybody's like, goal. A lot of girls are saying goals because she got this fine man to this fine man to that fine man. I don't personally know the timelines.
No
timelines of these relationships, but Boosie went ahead and expressed his thoughts and opinions on it.
And it's the second time I feel like he's put his foot in his mouth. By the way,
I thought his commentary was so stupid. And then I thought it was so stupid when he came back to then...
When he doubled down on it? He did double down on his point.
When he came back to then try to redeem himself, he spoke something about, would you like your daughter, to be the one that's getting applauded for jumping on all these guys and stuff like that?
Right.
For how long have men been applauded for... having a bunch of women
forever?
So now the fact that this beautiful woman is having these relationships, because they were relationships with these
my thing is
with these men, it's a problem.
But I question, were all of them relationships or were they dating? You see what I'm saying? Because those are two different things.
Okay,
you can go on dates. Okay,
well, either
whatever.
Or
right, but I'm saying like going. My thing is, I don't think we should be shaming women for having sex. That's number one. And number two, why are we assuming that she had sex with all of these men?
True.
Why
we don't know their relationship.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Why are we assuming that she doesn't have morals and standards?
100%.
Coming from, especially being Steve Harvey's daughter.
But what made him have to comment on it? What made him
He was asked the question, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it was Vlad TV.
Talk about it.
I want to say it was Vlad TV, and I'm never saying his name on this podcast just for the fact of that, because he said some wild things. That's why I stopped watching Vlad on YouTube.
So he asked Boosie, Oh, question, and then it went into.
I want to say it went into that. That's the first clip that I saw.
Okay, because I thought he was just like.
Normally when you see
an event or whatever.
No, normally when you see Boosie, the first thing I said, like Boosie stuck his foot in his mouth, was talking about Dwayne Wade's daughter, and the reason why I say daughter is because she identifies as a woman.
As a woman, yeah.
Right, as a girl. She's not.
Oh, I forgot that he commented on that.
And he said all that wild stuff and blah blah whatever. And he's like, well, he's a child. He kept saying he. I was like, bro, like just be respectful of their of that person, and if anything, be respectful of Dwayne Wade.
He's doing a great job at staying relevant.
Boosie?
Yeah.
For sure.
Because if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't hear about him.
I couldn't tell you about the music.
So smart on you if you have to bully people or speak on things that have nothing to do with you to stay relevant. Go on with your bad self.
Boo you for that.
Go on with your bad self.
Boo you for doing it that way, because you're gonna be like, oh, there's a bunch of internet trolls. Yes, 50 Cent does this all the time, but it's funny. Like 50 Cent does it in funny like he does it playfully. It's never malicious. It's never malicious intent, unless he got beef. If it's Ja Rule, it's definitely all malicious intent.
Of course.
But they have a history. Like there's no history between Boosie and Lori Harvey for him to even jumping out the window like this.
Let her have her fun with her man, and if she wants to go to another man, let her do that, and so on and so forth. I don't know why we all up in other people's relationships.
I don't know either.
All I know is she is lucky with that fine man. I
mean, she fine too.
Ooh, for real, they're a beautiful couple.
They're dope.
I feel like they complement each other.
They look super dope.
Big time.
And again, I think that I would assume because if I'm not mistaken, that's Steve Harvey's daughter, correct?
Yeah.
The way he talks about how women should be treated and things of that nature and all these other things, I would think she has some morals, some standards. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
but then again, the ones with the strictest parents be the wild.
Do we know he's strict though? Is what I'm saying? Like
he looks like he would, but that's just a guess.
You know what's crazy though? Even if he was though, I think his wife, I think mom's probably the one.
Has he commented on this?
I haven't seen him say anything about it, and I think he stays out of it.
I feel like he shouldn't comment on it.
I feel like he stays out of it.
It could be a bad look for him.
Yeah.
They probably talk about it at home, but I don't think he should comment. Shoot, Steve Harvey actually the type of person that look like he'll call.
Yeah.
Get me on the phone with Boosie.
Probably.
And it'd be private.
And it wouldn't come out.
The
only way you find out about a conversation with Boosie said something.
Yep.
Because I think Steve Harvey's old school, so I definitely think he'd probably be like, all right.
Speaking of backlash. B. Simone. Backlash over stealing manifestation tips.
Yes, so did you see what she said?
I love B. Simone.
She's hilarious. She got a man, by the way, now.
I didn't see what she said.
She's dating somebody in the NFL.
I need a boyfriend.
Yeah, I guess she's off the baby because, you know what I'm saying.
Well, the baby's single. I don't think she'll ever be off the baby.
Nah, she got a man now. She got to be off the.
But if the baby pull up.
Don't do that.
If the baby pull up.
She ain't leaving.
She'll be like, that's not the baby. That's my baby. No, but I didn't fill me in. I didn't see I saw the backlash. I didn't see the video.
Basically, she came after the women, right? And she said, women have a list of things they want their man to be, right? And she said, you want him to be fit. Mm-hmm. Well, then you need to get in the gym, right? She said, you want your man to be fit, beautiful, have his, have a good job, blah, blah, whatever.
Don't they go both, like all those things kind of go both ways?
Right, but what her point was, and she said, so you need to do those things in your life to facilitate that and manifest that person coming into your life is basically what she was saying.
Okay.
So she was saying, if you want a man that's fit, you need to go get in the gym.
You might meet your man in the gym.
Maybe so. She said, if you want a man that can hold a job and, be financially stable, you can't be at a new job every 2 weeks. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? She said, if you want these list of things from a man, you should be doing those things to manifest those things. Because she's real big on manifestation. That's what she said. So she got a bunch of backlash from women. I don't think any of them. I saw people on my IG.
The claws came out?
Yeah. I saw a lot of people on IG that were men talking about something. Yeah, champion and everything she was saying.
Oh my gosh.
But a lot of women came after her.
Everything's always a fucking competition. Everything's always competition.
I'm competitive, so I guess.
If we ain't whatever. Anyway, continue.
No. Say that point. Don't cut that short for the people.
If we ain't fighting for equality, then someone's trying to one up the other, and then if the women are fighting for the women, then women get mad. But if the women make a solid point for men, then the women are against them, and it's just like a never-ending cycle of just bull.
You know what my issue is? This is my biggest issue. Is why? Because I said I don't like something. It is 100% then turned into I hate it. Why is there never middle ground? Right? Like,
you either like it or you don't.
Right. Like, who says this? Like, who made this a thing? Like, I hate it. People go, oh, if you don't like something, you're a hater, and if you like it, you're a dick rider. Huh? Like, why can't this be good music, right? Why can't I say, yo, I like this song, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody else's song come on, like, yo, I really don't like this song.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I hate the song. It may not be for me. It may not be a sound that I'm into right now, and I could double back and listen to it later, and maybe potentially be like, oh, okay, this is an all right song. Like, why is it now all of a sudden I hate 6ix9ine? If I don't like this 6ix9ine song, oh, you just hate 6ix9ine, da, da, whatever. No, I don't like this song that you're playing right now. So I hate that there's no middle ground. I think it's stupid for that.
Nah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, I think it's 100% dumb. Like, for sure.
And another thing is, why, if someone says their opinion on something, why can't they just say, all right, that's what they're dealing with. That's from their experiences. Right. That's their opinion.
Right.
Why do you have to why do you have to be so angry?
Right. The only thing that I agree with these outlash and outbursts when things like that nature are said that are controversial is race things.
Of course, but that's so different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like it's acceptable. Like, if you out here race baiting and saying things like that and, you know, being a racist, that's when I feel like people should get out in the comments and be out here and be at their neck. Like, I don't think they should be at B. Simone's neck for being that, you know, for saying what she said at all.
No,
like, whether it was about men or women. Like, and I feel like, if anything, in my mind, I took it as woman empowerment. Like, yo, go be great.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, that's how I took it.
I didn't see anything like I said, wrong from
I'm
what
not a
she
woman,
said.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not a woman,
like,
so.
Yeah, that's true. Be great. Do you. Because at the end of this day, a relationship is about self-love. A relationship isn't about carrying the other person. Right. You should be able to want to create yourself, to level up yourself, level up together, and meet at the end type of thing.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Be great, because relationships, as much as I like to believe in forever and ever, happily ever after, from experience, relationships won't always last forever. If you stop everything to wrap it around that other person, if that person decides to leave you, what do you have left?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. Wait, hold on. But you touched on, you really believe in happy ever after? For real?
No, that's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Like, people, you know, I used to believe in happily ever after. I believe that there once was a happily ever after, and it wasn't even a happily ever after. It was a forever, because we vowed, and I believe on that vow. I feel like our older generations believe that when they did the vow, that was it. Through thick and thin, sickness and health.
But it says everything. That's what it says.
That we're going to rock it out to the end.
Right.
Things are different now.
Right.
People have no problem with divorce. So that, I think, backs B. Simone up even more. Make sure you're good in case the other half drops.
Got you.
If you do it all for them, if you rely on them for everything and they leave, what do you have left? If you're in a relationship right now and you feel like everything will end, that you cannot financially support yourself, that you have no type of career going for yourself, you have your own story, you live off of his story or her story, I think you should step back and reevaluate the situation.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Now, I am, or let's say for the women, right? So I asked you on the women's side. So a man, you have a man, right?
Yeah.
And now this man makes great money.
Yeah.
Amazing money. And, you know, you have children, you have a family, and he tells you don't have to work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about those women?
I feel like you should take advantage of that free time and create something that is yours.
Okay, so like start a business.
Yes.
Do things like that. Okay.
Yes.
For sure.
Just make sure that it's under your name.
I got you.
LLC under yours.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
100% understood.
And if they're down to help you with that, dope. Take advantage of that. You know? Because I'm not saying to be shysty with your significant other.
Right.
If they're trying to help you and you grow, that's dope. But don't stay home and don't make children an excuse, even though I know it's hard. I know personally I have a lot of single mothers in my family, but they still made it happen.
Right.
It's not going to be easy, but it's possible.
Got you.
So just don't rely on the other person forever.
Understood.
Especially today.
That's all I want to know. I want to see your viewpoints on that, because you know there are a lot of people out here that, you know what I'm saying, that the man makes a decent amount of money.
Yeah,
so
of course.
You know, in my opinion, like, yo, if whoever I end up with, you know what I'm saying, as far as marriage is concerned, if I can support the both of us, I'm
too.
not gonna send you out there. Now I'm gonna drop this little gem. My grandmother, love my grandmother. You know, that's my gangster. That's my gangster for real, for real. My grandmother told me this, right?
What's up?
She doesn't mind women staying at home. She's not against it. She said, but never marry a woman that's not willing to work.
Ooh.
That's what she said. She said, I don't care if, you know what I'm saying, you guys are financially stable enough to where she can stay home and take care of the kids. She goes, I would prefer that. You know, she's like you grew up, you know what I'm saying, or have like have grandparents to take care of the children,
That's
especially
serious.
young, and, and help if they can help as far as that concerned. But she was like, never marry a woman that's not willing to work.
That is so true, because then you, whether it be male or female, depending on the relationship, you get stuck with the burden of taking care of someone you love. Imagine you being so crazy in love with somebody who does not want to work. You can't willingly leave them because you love them, and now you're in this burden of just trying to make sure everything stays afloat and it's all on you. That's a crazy situation. And of course, as a person who loves somebody, you can take on a lot until you can't take it on no more. You know what I mean? Like that fire will slowly die down, and you won't have it in you to take all the bullshit.
Right.
Wow, that's crazy. That's gem. Ooh, I don't think they ain't ready for that.
They're not ready for us. Period. I'm trying to tell you. This is only episode 5.
Oh my god.
This is only episode 5.
Oh
and wait till the wait. Hold on. You know what I'm hyped about right now for real? Wait till the other stuff we got coming out. It's about to be up.
No.
You about to see a whole nother wavy.
Oh, no. But speaking of relationships, let's talk about that abuse thing.
With FK Twigs.
Yes.
FK Twigs.
Yeah.
Yes, she's super dope. I don't know if you listened to her or not.
I have not.
Super dope artist.
Heard the name, but I haven't heard her music.
She's super dope artist. I can't tell you what genre it is. Okay. I couldn't tell you. Like I can't. I want to say it's alternative, but then I don't want to say it's alternative because it's a culmination of things. Like it's a combination of a bunch of different genres, in my opinion. So I can't put it under one umbrella.
Word.
She's super dope. She's a super dope artist. I'll send you a few to listen to later on.
Yeah, definitely.
So. I didn't even know she was dating Shia LaBeouf.
I didn't know that either.
I had no idea.
And I honestly follow as much as I possibly can of Shia's career.
We watched the whole movie because of him.
Yeah,
and that movie, it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a bad movie. There was no end. There was no resolution, and I hate that.
I was just watching a story about a person that we couldn't see the ending to, which is crazy.
Right.
But off of the willpower of his name,
exactly,
we sat through it, and I've watched a bunch of things off of his name.
2 movies as of late that I can think of off the top of my head that I watched just because it was Shia LaBeouf's name.
I think he's amazing.
He's a dope actor, amazing actor.
Amazing.
Yes.
You can tell though that he is troubled, that his path was not easy, and that he deals with a lot of demons. In my opinion, I feel like you can tell that off of watching
I feel like he's in that same, I want to say, once upon a time Robert Downey Jr., because Robert Downey Jr. is a lot better person now. I feel like he's in that vein, and the vein of Johnny Depp.
But I feel like, do you think he gets the correct how is it, like, are we taking him on as such, as a legend that he is? Do you think he gets the credibility that he deserves?
No. I
don't think so either. That's why I asked you. I don't think he gets the love he should get.
Him and people probably gonna look at me crazy. Him and Keanu Reeves are 2 actors that I don't think get enough credit for being great actors. Like there's a lot of low budget Keanu Reeves movies that I've watched off the strength of his Keanu Reeves, and they're really good.
Word.
They're really, really good, and these movies don't go crazy. Like, and I know they don't go crazy. Like the one we watched, the one with when he has the family, he regrows them because he's with the little company or whatever. The clones. He has one of that. He has one where he's like a diamond appraiser.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff, and Shia LaBeouf has those cuts in movies, and even if he's not the star,
and he's from our childhood.
Yeah, that too.
He is from our childhood. Like, who would have thought? Even Steven would be where he's at today. That goofball ass boy would be where he's at today. But with all of that being said about him, as great as he is, as big of a fan as I am, I have no trouble believing this.
I don't either. Just for the simple fact of, don't quote me because I don't know enough about it, but I'm pretty sure he's dealing with his demons with alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
So to hear this and come from her, and the thing is, like, a lot of women don't speak out. Yeah. So he could have been doing this for a while, and we just don't know.
But do we have to speak out to the media?
I think this is my opinion. So when you and I become the public square of our dreams,
yeah,
I think we need to do our due diligence with the platform that we have,
yeah,
to expose these things, to make sure that the regular people and the people that rock with us that are normal and live normal lives understand that this is a thing that happens to everybody.
So you're saying we should expose it to media?
Yes. So because who knows how many other regular women that's not
need
FKA
that personal
Twigs,
push,
right? That's not FKA Twigs that can speak out. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not talking about empower all these wannabes that's looking for a check.
Yeah.
Because I've said that. Like, when these allegations come out, people come out the woodwork. And it's hard. I think it waters down the message.
Yeah.
Because now these people that really actually went through this abuse from somebody have all these people trying to make a profit off it when they just need closure and help for their situation.
Yeah.
So I think she's doing her due diligence as far as speaking out about it, and when she was ready to, you know what I mean? Because again, that's a lot. That's a lot to say at once.
That's one way to look at it.
At
it. I didn't look at it as empowering others who have to speak out as well. For me, I was like, well, what the media got to do with it? Handle it with the cops. Get law enforcement in it. Get it handled. And get your therapy and go on your way. Because I feel like it makes it harder with the world in it.
Okay.
Now you're getting feedback from everybody. Maybe you're getting Shia fans who think you're a liar, mm-hmm. or people who say you doing it for the money, you know. And I feel like that just makes it emotionally more difficult.
Right. No, I definitely agree with that. What you're saying, I would never dispute. But I think when you have a platform,
it empowers the ones that...
Yeah, you need to use it to empower the people that don't.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it. And that's just me. Like, if I'm going through a situation... Because, again, in our communities, it's frowned upon to do those things. You know what I mean? Like, it's frowned upon to talk about certain topics and things of that nature. But, go out there and let somebody know, especially if you have a platform, that this is normal.
Yeah.
Like, they're not alone.
Yeah.
Because... You know what I mean? There's people out here feel like they're alone and they're going through a situation, like, and it's like, nah, there's other people that go through that. Like, I love, and obviously he's not in our community, but Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Kevin Love went out and he talked about, mental illness.
Yeah.
And how he deals with it, how he's dealing with it as a man with all of this money who's made millions of dollars in his basketball career. Gone out and, had the initiatives that he's done and, talked more about mental health and brought more awareness to it, as we should. Now, I'm not talking about...
Mental health is getting a lot of
right.
talk.
And I'm not talking about, because we've had the conversation about these mislabels that they put on people and people labeling certain things as mental illness just for... Yeah. Like, not talking about that. I'm talking about the people that actually deal with it on a daily basis. So I feel like the people that do that and try to label things as mental illness that aren't really going through mental illness is disrespectful.
100%.
And you need to be slapped for that.
Yes.
You need to be slapped for being disrespectful.
Stop making excuses for stuff that you can fix that you have control of.
Exactly. Don't do that. Like, that's disrespect for the people that are actually going through things.
Yeah.
100%. That's how I 100% agree with it.
I agree, and I send prayers to both of them, and I hope they both get the help they need.
Yes.
I hope Shia gets this figured out. I hope she is okay emotionally, and if not, that she gets the therapy that she needs. And I just hope to see Shia better as time goes on.
Right. And as it sucks to say, because I don't want to accuse her of lying.
Yeah.
If all of this is true, then he might have to go sit down. You know what I mean? And I also think...
What do you mean, go sit down?
Oh, you're going to have to do a stint.
Oh, okay.
You're going to have to.
I thought you were saying, like, that you were pushing him aside, you being a fan of him, like you were invalidating him.
No, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
I was going to say, because everybody thought Chris Brown was going to get pushed aside after biting and punching and so on.
Good music makes people forget all those things. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I still rock out a Step in the Name of Love, but that might be too soon for that.
Listen, I told you he canceled for sure. He canceled.
Real quick, yo.
He's canceled. I don't care. Nobody said he canceled.
I was in the club before COVID, obviously. I was in the club and they played Step in the Name of Love. I love that song.
It's a great song. It is a great song.
But what's crazy is I don't listen to it saying R. Kelly, like, yes, R. Kelly. I listen to it as the memories of that song, the time that song came out. So I'm in the club, not even thinking about
what's going on,
what happened with that, and I'm yo, James, I'm lit, and I'm out here just two-stepping to it. This man comes and grabs me by my arm, right? He grabbed me. At first, I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
He grabbed me and he said, "We don't dance to that music. We don't dance to him." And it took me a second. I was like, "What are you
talking about?"
I said, "Oh." And I said, "Man, this is my song." But anyway, in other sad news,
man, why do we hold on? We gotta do this backwards.
I was just about
keep
to
ending this sad note.
I was like, why do we keep ending like this? That is so true. We're gonna change that.
We have to.
But it's just we come in with so much energy. We can't talk about.
Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to do the. I don't want to come down like that. I want to.
It's just anyway. In other sad news. My prayers and my thoughts have been with Texas since all of this started. I'm watching countless videos on TikTok.
Exactly.
I could be on social media all day if y'all don't know. So that's what I'm talking about. I just see countless videos of TikTok.
Yeah, but we actually work. This ain't no just being lost in IG.
Yeah. So I see countless videos of TikTok of roofs falling, flooding from the pipes bursting. Families have all of them living, sleeping in the same bed for body warmth.
Frozen bed. I didn't even know you could freeze a bed. I didn't even know that was possible.
That's that Tempur-Pedic or whatever. That
I didn't know a bed
something
could freeze.
in it that freezes, and they're on like hard wood. Pretty much is what they. The people are falling and hurting themselves. The accidents that have been caused. My cousin personally, she fell, messed up her whole grill. Like, this is serious, and they're speaking out because a lot of people are joking.
Right.
Like, oh, you got a little snow. You don't know how to deal with it.
No.
Okay, they don't. They haven't dealt with this before. And it's not just the individual. It's Texas.
The state. It's the state of Texas.
They're not prepared for that. Their housing isn't prepared for that. The electrical, the people who work on the electrical lines aren't prepared for that. They're not salting the roads. They're not prepared for the amount of snow that they got. And I'm talking about blizzard back to back.
Right.
Like, people are dying of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Which
people are ending up in hospital from carbon monoxide poisoning.
What you explained to me, though, is, right? Because in my mind, I was like, people don't know to keep their garages open. Like, I get what you're doing. Yeah. Idea is genius.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you for trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
But you don't know to keep your garage open?
No.
But then you were explaining to me that their garages are open in some places. In some places, their cars are outside. But they haven't dug the car out yet, so the pipe isn't coming. Like, the exhaust isn't coming. You know, the exhaust is not being used properly. So it has no other place to go but back up into the car.
Correct.
Which is a lot more reasonable to me than everybody don't know keep your garage closed.
Yeah.
And you also told me about how people are grilling in their houses.
Yes,
I didn't know people were doing that either.
Yeah, they're bringing in machines into their houses for warmth and stuff like that. And they're either almost dying or they're dying from this.
Right.
And it's so sad.
While their mayor is on vacation or whatever the case may be, where the governor, whoever it is on vacation. And then you see that nasty post that one of them put on Facebook?
Who?
Talking about, I forgot who it was, but it was an official. Talking about y'all need to suck it up and don't be playing victim and all these other things. Yeah, all this other wild stuff. And I was like, bro, this dude is bugging. Like, what are you talking about?
When I saw kids crying and people start showing their thermostat that it's 40 degrees in their house, James.
Right.
James, you know what it is to be 40 degrees in the crib?
I don't like to be 40 degrees outside. Why would I want to be in my house?
When it hits 65, you chilly.
Yeah.
You cold. 40 degrees, bro?
Especially in a place like Texas where it's hot.
That's insane. The amount of deaths in that build-up car accident from the black ice, the people falling. It's just the flooding, watching people cry over losing everything in their house from the water and everything like that. The homeless people are dying. They're freezing. Mind you, they did take a lot of, my aunt who lives in Texas told me that they housed a lot of homeless people in hotels.
Okay.
So I thought that was super dope. Obviously, they can't get everybody.
Of course.
So there was a lot of people. I saw a video of a man who went to a tent, who saw a homeless man's tent and went to check to see if there was somebody in there. And the man was crying out, help me, help me, help me. His bones were frozen. He was so fragile and frozen that he could not walk and could not move. This man in knee-deep snow threw this grown man on his back and walked him to his car. Fell in the snow and everything and this man is crying for help. It broke my heart. I can't imagine what it is that they are feeling and going through. The food is not lasting, or they don't have food in the stores.
Right.
So it's just crazy. They're burning furniture to keep warm. They're just really in survival mode.
Right.
The people with
in the
farms,
middle of a pandemic.
Oh my gosh. People with farms, their animals are dying. I saw this one lady. She brought all her animals in her house. I'm talking about she put the hay on the floor. Like she made her house a barn, which is insane. You got to think of all the stray cats that are dying. Animals in general, it's just, it's sad.
It's a very, very sad thing. So yes, our prayers do go out to everybody in Texas for sure.
Yeah. Everywhere is like 30, 40 degrees, and then Florida's the only one with 80-degree weather. Have you seen the map that they put on the weather map?
Hey. That's all crazy about us. Don't say nothing crazy. Don't say nothing crazy. Don't you put nothing in the atmosphere.
No, I'm just saying it's great. Listen, you know, the moments triggers like that, I'm going to DR. Like, you could join me, but I'm out to DR.
Hey, you look, you know I look like no cold weather. You know me.
No, but this is crazy what we're living through.
Yeah, in the middle of a pandemic as well. So it's not just the fact that it's cold. There's also a pandemic going on.
I don't want to make our podcast about religion, but honest to God, the way today is going, get to know your Lord and Savior. And I'm not perfect by any means, so don't think I am by saying
Nobody
that.
Is.
But I'm just trying to help you out.
I hear you. Hey, I hear you. Listen.
Well, guys, this is Public Square.
Episode 5.
Cinco. With your host,
Just Wavy on the outro.
And Caleb Briani. I hope y'all have a great night. We will see you next week. Peace.